everybody, this is Tina with Loving Life's Little Blessings, and I have a card I'm going to make for you guys today. I'm actually going to be mass producing some cards. I'm in need of tons of cards. I don't know what has happened in the last couple weeks, but I've totally ran out of cards and I'm in need of cards really bad. So every card I've created in the last few weeks or days, I have mass produced them. So I've just made a ton of the same card. So I wanted to use some of this paper. This is the Farmer's Market paper. And I love the colors of it. It's really, it's more for fall, but I really love it. Well, I think it's more for fall. It really has that feel for me for fall. I know a lot of people say it's like more summer. But anyways, I wanted to use it. I loved the colors. I love the patterns. I really love this. I just wish this was my whole desk, this pattern, because I think it's beautiful. So I wanted to use this, and I also wanted to use this stamp set, this one that says, "May you be blessed by your goodness." I thought that was a really, generic kind of sentiment that would work well. So I'm also going to be using, this is Hello Honey, and then I'm using a couple items that are not Stampin' Up! Items and a couple items that are retired items. And I'm sorry about the retired items. I don't necessarily like to use those on camera because it's hard to find them sometimes, and they can be expensive if you do find them. But I just had to do it with this card. It screamed, the product that I'm going to use just screamed at me to use it. So I'm just cutting a bunch of cardstock. This is Hello Honey. I'm cutting it at 4 1/4. So that's gonna give me my card base. We can fold this in half and use a bone folder. And then going to do that. So then I have this piece, which is the Blackberry Bit Bliss pattern. And what I want to do is I want to round these corners, and I'm just using my corner chomper. Okay, so the great thing about this corner chomper, the thing that I love the most, is you can do several pieces of paper all at once. I use it mostly for my photos because I corner around all my photos, and I can do like 4 or 5 photos at a time, which makes it really easy. But also when you're mass producing cards like this, as long as you drop the corners in and you make sure all the corners are down there and lined up, they will all corner around. So now I have those ready. So now these 2 pieces we can go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and attach. This piece right here is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. So it just leaves a very nice thin border all around the card. The very first card I made, I did not leave a border. I'll show you at the end of the video. So now I have a bunch of pieces here. I have this circle. This is a Blackberry Bliss circle. I used my framelits, my circle framelits for some of these circles. And then I also used my my Simon Says stitched circle dies. And these are the large ones, I think. So I used some of those. The circle stitch dies fit really well into our circle dies, so it makes it really great for layering. So I have that, and then I have, this is from the stitched circle die, so you can see how well that layers together. See, there's the stitching, and then it just fits perfectly. So I have those 2 pieces. Then I have a stitched pattern piece from that Farmer's Market, and then I have a very vanilla piece that's going to fit right in there. Again, that's right from my circle framelits. So this piece and this piece can be just put down together. I should have stamped first. No, this part's not going to be stamped. This part's fine. Okay, so that part's gonna go down. We'll set that aside. This one I'm gonna stamp on first in case I mess up. I have Blackberry Bliss right here. And then I have the May You Be Blessed by Your Goodness. And I'm going to stamp that in the middle of this circle. And it's okay. It's not centered. It's a little bit up this way. That's why I said I should stamp first before I put that down with adhesive, just in case I mess up, and I sort of did. That's better. Okay, so now this piece I'm gonna go ahead and put down with just regular adhesive. I'm sorry, my kids, it's dinner time and they're at the table, and our kitchen table is sort of right by the door to my craft room, to my office. So if you hear them, I'm sorry. So these two are just down on regular adhesive because we're going to use a lot of dimensionals in a few seconds. So now this piece can go on here. Now the way I want this to layer is just like this. So the next thing that I'm going to use, it's going to be some retired product. So I'm using this stamp set. This is the Perfectly Preserved stamp set, and it coordinated with this framelit set. So this was a couple years ago. We had it in our holiday catalog. I love this set, and I mean, I just cannot bear to get rid of it. And I use it for several different things. So I've stamped the jar on vellum, and then I've used the framelit to cut it out, and then I've stamped the top of the jar in Hello Honey, and I've cut that out. So now I can put this down here on top of the jar. So that's going to give me a way to hide the adhesive to put the jar down, because I want the jar in the middle of this circle. So I'm going to go ahead and put that. Let's go ahead and glue this down, put this down. I'm just going to use my mat right here to line everything up. Okay, so then this is going to go here, but I'm going to wait to put this on here, because what I want to do is tuck this behind the circle so I can put adhesive down in this corner, and it will hold the vellum down, and then it hides that I've put adhesive there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use dimensionals on this part. So we're going to put 2 dimensionals here, and then we're going to put a dimensional down in that corner. That's what's going to be hid. Originally, I had thought about making this a shaker card somehow by using the jar and putting something, some sequins or something or glitter in it to make it like a shaker card type thing. But then I was like, that's maybe a little bit too much work. I thought about putting the the sequins. I'm going to use sequins on here. I thought about tucking them under, but I realized they didn't really show up. So I kind of played around a little bit with it just to see what would work, and I'll show you what I came up with. So now the sentiment is going down here. And now that jar it's kind of raised up a little bit, you can see, but then the adhesive to hold it down is hidden. So then the next thing that we're gonna do is add a few things to the jar. So I have these sequins that sort of match the Blackberry Bliss a little bit. And so I wanna put just like 3 of those in, so it looks like card. I hope you enjoyed seeing this product and seeing, I'm sorry about that retired product, but I couldn't help but use this jar on here. It was perfect for what I was going for. And I'm gonna make about 8 of these. So you can see them on my coordinating blog post. You can just click right up here. We'll take you to the coordinating blog post, and you can see all of the items I used. And then please make sure you subscribe to my channel here on YouTube, and you will be able to see all the videos that I am doing. So I'll be back tomorrow with a Project Life by Stampin' Up layout and kit, and I'll be back later this week with other projects. Thanks guys, I'll talk to you later.
wanna play, make it a brighter place. It'll take creation, imagination, try to draw out